Hey, hi guys. Now I'm going to discuss about the team structure whenever we work in a solutioning approach, or we design a solution, or we work in a development uh, kind of a forum. What and how the team look like, that is I'm going to share in detail, okay, so that you will be able to have that clarity that how these teams are actually aligned, and based on that you will be able to uh, first of all compare whether your team has the same similar kind of setup or not. If you have the similar kind of setup, what are the specific setup your team work on? These are the clarity you will be getting. Okay, so let's get started. First and foremost, in a project team, or in a particular team wherever you work, first definitely the leads comes from the business, because this is a very basic point I wanted to clear, that whatever requirement comes, be it you create a development, or you create a product, you create a software, you create any kind of solution, okay, be it software, be it a dashboard, okay. You create any kind of solution, you actually create this for some end user, and that end user requirement we get from business. So end user, nothing who are we call is business, okay. Business, you can call it client or business, okay, or customer, doesn't matter, all are same. So this requirement comes from that, and whoever interact with business is mostly on the managerial side, is like project manager, senior manager, or uh, uh, project manager, senior manager, or CEO. Those kind of people actually discuss. We are talking from the point of view of project delivery or project management, or creating a development team. What are the various roles are there, that I am trying to highlight here. So various role I have highlighted. First role is nothing but of a project manager. So what project manager does, I no need to tell. Any functional activity, for example people management, and I will say make the team more efficient, budget constraint management, or allocating the correct budget, as well as increasing the revenue, or improving customer satisfaction, and getting more contracts. These are the core responsibilities of a project manager, and above and beyond there are many other things, okay. Managing team itself, delivering the project, improving the project itself. So there are many things. So first layer is of course project manager. It could be in any, depending on the organization context, it could be your senior manager or manager, whoever it is, but somebody who is in sitting in the management position would be leading it. Then under that there are teams like solution architect. So these are again, you if you can see the structure I created, the structure is nothing but it's a kind of a waterfall structure I'm trying to portray here. That first we have project manager, then we have solution architect, people like people who has techno functional insight, like solution architect. QA and tester is same. And then we have transformation lead, or you can call this transformation lead as a business analyst also, okay. Business analyst also. So transformation lead or business analyst who analyze it. So these two are same role, these two are same role. Solution architect you call, or solution designer, whatever you call, is same role, okay. Now in this okay, what solution architect does, we will get into in detail, okay. But first, QA tester, I hope you can relate. I will go deeper into the role and responsibility, what they does, what is their key lookout area, I will describe in detail. So solution architect, I'll go in detail, okay. So that what exactly solution architect does, what is their responsibility, what their like code deliverable, that those pointers I will touch base. But QA tester is very, test lead is nothing but QA test lead is like who verify the product. Whenever we created a product, we develop a solution. This QA and test lead, the responsibility of QA is nothing but testing. Test lead, first of all, understand the product which is being developed, and after understanding, questioning that what is the key acceptance criteria of that particular product, evaluating that, and formulating it, getting an approval from the organization point of view, whoever is responsible, that these are the key area we are going to assess or we are going to test. Is that fair enough? Is it covering all your critical areas or not? If it is covering all the critical areas, please give us approval. If any pointers are missing, please let us know. And then based on that feedback, test scenario, test data get generated, test configuration is done, and then the testing happen. And based on that, test result shared. Test result is nothing but you can in this test result, like all the scenario, what is the result, whether it is success or failure, and what is the, if it is success, how much percentage it is success, what are the scenario it failed, what is the root cause of the failure, and also later on it get tracked that whether those bugs are fixed, is there any ad hoc bugs which is not at all identify, which is not under scenario. These all things get captured, and this is done by QA and test lead, and or else tester, you can say. Okay, now the other key comparison is transformation lead or business analyst. See, transformation lead and business analyst, from my point of view, it's more or less similar, because as a transformation lead, again you need to have a functional and technical experience in order to do so. And in business analyst, you have to understand, having a domain knowledge, understanding the business, analyzing the business, and either you optimize that business with your solution, or else you are optimizing that business, or else what you are doing is you are analyzing to finding the scope of opportunity to improvement, to create something new which can improve the process overall. So that is the task of the business analyst. I can go into deeper also in these sections, but this is typically okay what comes in. This is, I will say, this is first layer, this is second layer of an organization, then third layer, which is more critical, nothing but SME, subject matter expert. Okay, subject matter expert of that particular business or domain. And then equivalent to this, so these two people actually work on the development project. These are the people are in a higher level, they engaged. Okay, so first level is this, second level is this, third level is this, while it is about to start development. So we need to have a business analyst or SME, as well as we need a developer. Okay, you can call it as a, let's say, senior developer. So you need a senior developer in this particular stage. Okay, so with these two in third stage, this is nothing but just third stage. What it is, objective of this stage is to developing the solution, whatever has been given by the project manager, analyzed by these people, and created the scenario, created the workflow, and a subject matter expert and senior developer develops that particular solution. Once it is developed, once the solution is developed, now the fourth phase, which nothing but, in the fourth phase what we do is, or who are the people or stakeholder get involved, that is we need to understand. This is nothing but, I will highlight. So it is getting segregated like this. Okay, this is nothing but stage 4. In stage 4, see, whoever is the SME or business analyst, once their task is done, analysis is done, what they needed to see is, or what they need to check is, whether the developed or the product which has to be developed is developed correctly or not, whether it has followed all the rules and regulation, is it compliant or not, is it matching all the scenario, covering all the scenarios or not, is there any risk factor, and if there is a risk factor, how do we mitigate it? These all aspect is covered and analyzed by these two teams. Okay, these two team member. And senior developer is nothing but helping the other developer, or junior developer, you can say, junior developers, or I can also say support team. Okay, So if I highlight, nothing but support team. So here, just a second, I'm trying to find a solution of it. Mm, yeah. So this is nothing but the support team. So let's have a look on this factor as well. So this is nothing but, as I mentioned, junior developer and support team member. Okay, support team. So okay, so the senior developer actually take cares of these two people or these two team or team. It can be set of people or team, and subject matter expert and BA takes care of the product and its key criteria, which is rather I will say it seeks that whatever the end user expectation. Okay, expectation is met or not. This is the criteria. This is the stage 4. So these are the core team members in a software development lifecycle, and this is their responsibility, what they in general does. So one point I wanted to add additionally, whatever the role and responsibility or structure you have observed so far is nothing but this one. Now in this particular structure, okay, whoever, be it a project manager, be it a project manager, or be it a, let's say, be it of course project manager, or else solution architect, or else QA, or else tester or QA, fine, transformation lead or business analyst, you can say. And in other area, again, business analyst and subject matter expert, then we have senior developer, and they are supporting nothing but junior developer and support team member, and here business and domain to improve and checking whether or validating whether the end user experience has been met or not. In this kind of scenario, okay, for all the team member there are a couple of very basic skills which is critical for them, very basic skills which is critical for them, that is I'm going to highlight. So what are those basic skills? Let's have a look first. Okay, so first criteria for all these, this is applicable for all of them. So first criteria is to have end-to-end insight of that particular business. This is first criteria. So nothing but if you say, okay, I will say end-to-end idea or knowledge of the domain, end-to-end knowledge, or rather say domain knowledge. Okay. Number one requirement. Number two requirement is that person, it is always good, okay, domain knowledge definitely required. That person, if that person know, as I mentioned earlier this point also, that that person should know the tools plus technology, okay, and these tools and technology not from the same domain but as well as other sub domain. When I say other subdomain, I mean to say that person should have idea of finance, not only finance. When I say subdomain, other areas of finance. For example, I will say order to cash, okay, then R2R, okay. So other subdomain of finance, that person or that team member should know. This is always helpful from the solutioning point of view, I'm saying. Another is I wanted to highlight is multiple, I will say, insight of that, what tools and technology used, what is their input required for these tools and technology, always and always helpful. That is, I no need to highlight. There are other input which I wanted to say, and in a simplified way I can say that, that team player. Why team player quality is very critical? Because as you have observed that these persons worked with so many different team members, correct? All sync or communicate. That's why this criteria or requirement or this particular skill is very, very important. And there is last but not the least, I wanted to say that, I will say problem solving. Problem solving. Why problem solving? These are the key skills. Okay, whatever, and this is very generic pointers I mentioned. You have to have the knowledge of the domain, the tools and related technologies. You have to be a good team player to communicate your input or insight which you required or support and help you required. For that you need to be a good team player, and above and beyond you need to have problem solving skills. When I say problem solving skills, like how to search problem, how to search solution, sorry, how to search solution. Okay, how do you search solutions? Number one. Number two, finding the root cause of the problem. Root cause of the problem. If I highlight, um, experimenting. These are the key skills required. Addition to whatever role and responsibility you are, then you will be successful irrespective of whatever role you are playing. I hope it helps. Thank you.